What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we're back with another A to Z of Ark. And today, guys, we're taking a look at none other than the Brontosaurus. Now, this guy was one of the OG dinos in Ark. I'm pretty sure he was probably one of the first dinos in Ark that you could actually tame up and you could see and stuff like that, because he was on the spawn screen and in the trailer and stuff like that when it first dropped. Nonetheless, these guys, they've got quite a few uses. They are very easy to tame, very easy to kill, very easy to kite. These guys are one of the slower dinos in the game, which makes them kiteable very easily. So in order to kill these guys, you will need some pretty decent tames. Actually, honestly, even raptors could kill a low level one. Just be careful of their health because you can still lose them. They do still pack a punch, especially the higher level ones. But nonetheless, in order to kill this guy, simply shoot it with ranged weaponry or use tames. In order to tame this guy, all you need to do is simply run and kite. So you can see here we're able to use trank arrows and stuff like that. Generally, if you're in an area where there's a bunch of trees, you can kite them pretty effectively because they get stuck through all the trees. Make sure you have a decent couple of levels into movement speed. Otherwise, you won't be able to outrun this guy. That's your first option. Your second option is to build a little shelter for yourself. So you build a small stone foundation with some walls and then a stone door frame with a door. You can actually shoot through the door and it won't damage, the Bronto's attacks won't damage you, making it really effective to tame him in the one spot. The other method is to find a high vantage point like a cliffside or just somewhere high where he won't be able to hit you. Just stand up there and shoot into him. Now, obviously, you can see here we're doing a pretty good job right now of this Bronto kiting him around. If we run through the trees a couple more times, he'll get stuck in them a little bit and try to move through them and stuff like that. So it is a pretty easy way to go about taming these guys. Once knocked out, you can use exceptional kibble to tame them. That is your best option. You don't really want to use the veggies or berries because it will take you a phenomenally long time to tame this guy up. So you definitely want to try and use the exceptional kibble to tame these guys up. If you don't have any of that and you really want a Bronto, try and aim for a low level one, and you can use vegetables. If you don't have access to vegetables, you definitely will want to use Mejo berries. But you can currently see here, this guy is running away from us. He did just try to hit us with his tail. We would have taken damage if we've got creative mode active. But he was trying to get away from us due to him not being able to hit us. Nonetheless, this is definitely working. And you can see here for yourself, guys, that he is unable to hit us because we're just too fast for him. Like I said, you can build a little shelter. It will prevent you from taking damage. Your structures won't even take damage because they're stone. You can do the same thing with wood if you're not up to the stone level or you're having trouble gathering stone. But your wood structures will take damage from the Bronto's attacks. So do be aware of that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is in regards to taming these guys and knocking and killing them. They're very simple, effective, easy tames to get. It's just a matter of finding the right level one and having enough trank arrows because these guys have huge torpor pools. So make sure you come prepared with extra trank arrows and stuff like that. Otherwise, you will find yourself not being able to knock out your Bronto. This one is only a level 25, and you can see there, boom, just like that, down it goes. Like I said, exceptional kibble or the berries and vegetables if you don't have access to the kibble. But yeah, that's how you kill or knock out a Bronto. Now, once you've got your Bronto tamed, these guys really only have a couple of uses. They have been heavily nerfed into the ground. Once upon a time, these guys were probably the kings of raids, but since then, they've definitely fallen from that tree due to huge nerfs. So they've got two saddle options. You've got a Bronto Saddle, which is your standard riding saddle. You can see there it's huge. You can actually have players standing in the Bronto Saddle as well while you move around. So you can carry passengers. You can see here there's plenty of room for you to move around on. He also has a platform saddle, which enables you to build a platform on its a base on its back, which is a lot of fun if you're just in solo player, just wandering around the map on your back of your Bronto. You can use this guy to build a base and just have a mobile base running around. His secondary ability, obviously the ability to gather berries. You can see here we're grabbing a crap ton of berries. He's probably the king of gathering berries due to his huge tail swing. As well as that, his huge weight pool allows him to just hold a crap ton of berries. You can occasionally get a bit of thatch and wood from him as well. He's obviously not the greatest thatch and wood collector, but if you're desperate and he's your only tame, you can definitely use this guy to go about getting a bit of thatch and wood. But you can see here, we've got a crap ton of berries. We're going to drop it all. We don't really have a need for it. He does have a huge weight pool, so you can definitely use this guy to ferry goods across the map. There are better options, however. Do take note of that. But if you do build a base on the back of him, make sure you level up that weight and health, because you don't want this guy dying while he's carrying your base on his back. Now, these guys have the second highest base health out of the herbivores. The first being obviously the Titanosaur. So you can pump health on these guys and they can go toe-to-toe with Rexes and stuff like that. They also have the base damage of a Rex. So a level 1 Rex and a level 1 Bronto will hit for the same amount of damage, which is pretty incredible. So you can use these guys in combat. They've obviously got their tail swing as well, which does deal knockback damage. So if you're ever in combat with like a Rex or something, you can use these guys to constantly knock back whatever it is that you're attacking, which will prevent them from dealing damage to you. So for example, you can see this Alpha Raptor up here ahead of us. We'll be able to pretty much keep it at a distance from us with our tail swing. You'll see here it will get knocked back. As long as we keep those attacks up, it'll actually won't be able to deal damage to us. Now obviously our attack speed isn't the greatest, but it's still existent. So it is a way of taking a slightly less amount of damage and dealing knockback damage to whatever it is that you're attacking. But yeah, these guys definitely have the health to go toe-to-toe with Alpha Raptors and Alpha Carnos, even Alpha Rexes, I would say, just because of their huge health pool. Now, another cool little tidbit of information about the Brontos is that these guys are unmovable. They will suffer no knockbacks from anything. Explosives, Gigas, Rexes, these guys will not move. So you can use these guys as a bit of a roadblock if you're getting raided or anything like that and you want something to sort of just stand in the way of your attackers. They do have the knockback, so they will be able to knock back players really effectively, as well as like Paraces and stuff like that for a bit of time. If you've got a couple of them, you can definitely utilize that strategy. However, if you only have kind of one, probably not the best idea to go about it. You'll see this guy's about to die here because Alpha Raptor's just too quick with attack speed. But nonetheless, these guys are unmovable. They will not suffer knockback from explosives, from tames, from anything. So you can use these guys as a little bit of a safeguard. I'm sorry you had to die, little dude. But yeah, that's pretty much all the Brontos are used for. Mobile base, gathering a crap ton of berries. They were used more for PvP soaking recently, but they did get heavily nerfed in the past. So yeah guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe down below for more. But other than that guys, I will catch you in the next one.